Hello and welcome to this varsity softball matchup between De Pere and DC Everest here at the Greenheck Turner Family Arena. I'm Brett McNamara and you're listening to Zaleski Sports on YouTube. And we have a very competitive matchup today for you between two very well-coached teams. Today's pregame is brought to you by Auto Select, located on Schofield Avenue in Weston. Has been providing dependable vehicle repair service and tires for 22 years. With a 3-year nationwide warranty and free roadside assistance at Auto Select, you're good to go. That's Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston and also on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Stevens Point. So starting pitcher today for DC Everest is number 2, Addison Cluck, the senior. DC Everest is the home team as they will look to start off their season in the right direction. This is their first game of the season, and we'll play Cedarburg tomorrow as well here at the Greenheck Turner Family Arena. They went 20-7 last year and lost in the sectionals to New Richmond. On the other side, it's the De Pere Redbirds. They're 1-0 overall. They beat Green Bay Southwest last night 21-0 and went 20-9 last season and lost in the sectionals last season to Kaukauna. They will face Eau Claire North tomorrow as well. So up to bat first for De Pere will be number 5, Addison Krutz, the senior. And we're ready to get this one going here today. So Cluck is pitching. And here we go. As that's just outside the strike zone for a ball. Like I said before, DC Everest, this is their first game of the 2025 season. A little bit confusion between the pitcher and catcher. Here's the second pitch, and that's also in there for a ball. So 2-0 now to Krutz. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and outside. So 3-0 now from Addison Cluck to Addison Krutz. And that one's in there for a strike. So first strike of the season from Cluck. She looks to turn this at-bat around. And a swing and a miss. So that count goes from 3-0 to 3-2 in a blink of an eye. So a full count now for Addison Cluck. Here's the 3-2. And strikeout looking. So way to turn around there for Cluck as it was 3-0. Turns around and gets 3 strikes. So one away now for De Pere, and up to bat now is number 24, Jalen Craig, and that's in there for a strike. So Cluck has definitely turned it around here the last few pitches. Here's 0-1, and that's in there for a strike again. So all fastballs so far for Cluck. Finally hitting the strike zone. 0-2 now to Craig, the freshman. And low and away. So good eye there from Jalen Craig. Craig is the lone freshman on this varsity roster for De Pere. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Cluck. 2 away now for De Pere, as we will see Up to bat, number 6, Jelaine Bradford. And that's fouled up and back into the netting. In there for a strike. So 0-2 now to Bradford. Swing and a drive and caught by the right fielder. It's number 16, Sydney Spear, and a 1-2-3 inning for Addison Cluck. As we'll head to the bottom of the first. Axis Insurance, for all your personal, business, auto, and life insurance needs. There's always a local agent you can look to at Axis Insurance. Learn more at axisinsurance.net. Axis Insurance Agency, their business revolves around you. As De Pere did beat Green Bay Southwest last night 21-0. So maybe the bats were starting early there for them yesterday. Not today so far, as they look to turn that one around. But leading off for DC Everest will be number 16, Sydney Spear, who made the final out catch of the top of the first. As pitching for De Pere will be, can't quite see the number, I believe number 16. So both 16s will face each other. Reese Fallish, the senior. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, sliding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from scrumptious contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. As it looks like they're about ready to start the bottom of the first inning. So it'll be Spear, then it'll be Lauren Semro on deck to start for DC Everest. Is DC Everest first time batting this season. Will look to have a hot start to the season. Here we go in the bottom of the first to Spear from Fallish. And that's going to be outside for a ball. One out count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip out of play to make the count even, 1-1. Spear made the final out of the top of the first. Now she's batting low and away for ball 2. Here's Reese Fallish now with the 2-1 pitch. And in there for a strike. So count is even at 2-2 apiece. If you're Spear, you want to at least make contact with the ball. Here's the pitch. Foul out to the left side. Out of play. And it'll stay at 2-2. Here we go now with the 2-2 pitch. And fouled off once again. So Spears hanging in there so far. Quite a battle we got going on between Spear and Reese Fallish, both wearing number 16, and both seniors. Here's the 2-2 and a drive. That's going to get over the head of the left fielder, and they're going to call for a ground rule double. And that's about the luckiest thing you could have had for De Pere from that one, because that could have been an easy triple for Sydney Spear, but nonetheless still gets in scoring position. And an early start here for DC Everest, as it'll be Lauren Semro looking to bring in Spear from second base. So good at bat there between Fallish and Spear, as it results in what could have been a triple, but a ground rule double, as Spear will head for third, and she gets to third base. So Spear doesn't care about the at bat. She does end up getting to third anyways. And now the runner's even closer. She gets to third. So Semro, anything to the right side of the ball field, and it should bring home the run. Here's the pitch, and that's in the side for a strike. So 0-2 now to Semro. So at least looking for a sacrifice fly. Here in the bottom of the first, and that's going to go foul. Semro just got the end of that ball.
Keep battling, kid.
Fallish trying to keep the runner on third after a very long first at bat. 0-2 now to Semro. Here's the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Drop third. They're going to go to first, get the out, run it in, and that holds the runner at third base. So probably the most ideal ending to that first out besides just a normal strikeout. So one away now for DC Everest. And it's swing and a miss to Aubrey Klatt. Runner still on third. It's Spear. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. So 0-2 early here to Aubrey Klatt from Fallish. And 3 pitches, all strikes. And the first strikeout for Fallish. It's 2 away now. So it'll be Brooke Brown now up to bat. Swinging a foul ball, out of play. So Fallish allows a double. Runner advances to third with no outs. Gets a strikeout and a strikeout. And 0-2 now to Brown. So looking to get 3 strikeouts in a row after giving up a double.
Lock in here, Brookie.
Here's the 0-2, and I'll be outside, down low. First ball of the at-bat. Fallish looking to turn around. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off and away. So still 1-2. Spear at third, 2 away. Bottom of the first, 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Reese Fallish. And low and away. So 2-2 now, count is even. Piper Scholes on deck. Here comes. Drive and gets over the second baseman's head. And that will be an RBI single for Brooke Brown, as Sydney Spear will come across the plate to make it 1-0 DC Everest as they collect their first run of the season. And an RBI single from Brooke Brown, and now will be the lefty Piper Scholes up to bat. Here's the pitch, and that will be a foul ball. It does hit the top of the ceiling, but it was in foul territory, so it'll still be a foul ball and a strike. Brooke Brown is at first. Fallis still pitching. Here's the 0-1, and catcher gets up quickly. It was outside. No, it was a strike. Or no ball, excuse me. It'll be 1-1 now to Piper Scholes. Outside again. So 2-1 now to Scholes with Brown on first base. Fallis trying to get out of this one, only giving up 1 run. Here's the pitch. Drive, foul ball. Hits a window and will trickle down, back down into the bench of DePere. So 2-2 count now to Piper Scholes with Brown on first. It's Fallish now getting that pitch count up. 2-2-2, 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 outs, and just outside. Very good eye there from Scholes. Could have easily been called a strike. So a full count now. Runner will be in motion with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Scholes. Outside, and a walk here for Piper Scholes. So now we'll see number 14, Mara Meverden, the junior, coming up to the plate with 1 runner in scoring position, another runner on first. This could easily get ugly quick for DePere. Here comes the pitch, and that will go foul. So DePere not the start to the game they were hoping for, as they did get up their first run of the season. But it is only a 1-0 game. As looks like time was called for DePere. And it looks like they're ready to resume, so it is now Mara Meverden. Here's the pitch. Swing up in the air, and that looks like it will be caught by the third baseman. So only 1 run comes across the plate, but DC Everest takes an early lead as we head into the second. As J&D Tube Benders was founded in 1968 and has stayed in Felch family ever since as a locally owned manufacturer specializing in tube bending, welding, and cutting. Find and join the J&D Tube Bending team in the Schofield Industrial Park or at jdtubebending.com.
Where are you guys going?
So it'll still be Addison Cluck pitching
I mean, go. Then let's not
for DC Everest.
You can take it for spectating. Give it to Will.
As up to bat will be number 11 for DePere, Violet Stadler, the senior. Here comes the pitch. In there for a strike, right down the middle.
Good pitch, Eddie.
0-1 now to Stadler. Here comes. Just outside, 1-1, even. Pere looking to keep their win streak alive. They're only 1-0. And DC Everest looking to pick up their first win of the season. A 1-2 count now to Violet Stadler. Foul off. Count is even to Stadler. Addison Cluck has pitched a very good game so far. And just low, right below the knees. Count is even at 2-2 here in the top of the second inning. Pitch right back to Cluck, and she was ready to get that out right away. Didn't even take a chance. There's one away now here in top of the second, so hit right back to the pitcher Cluck. And now batting will be Bella Robinette, the sophomore. Here's the pitch. Just outside for a ball. So very close pitches so far for both teams in that strike zone. Here it comes. Ground ball right to the first baseman, Taylor Friedel, and 2 away now here. So far, Cluck has been pitching pretty good. As it looks to be number 7, Hannah Jacobs to bat. In there for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. And 0-2 now. So 2 outs, 0-2. Looking to have a 1-2-3 inning for Addison Cluck. Here it is. Low and away. Cluck looks to have very good control over command with these pitches. As there's the strike 3 and a 1-2-3 inning for DC Everest. Still 1-0. Going to the bottom of the second as we're going to take a commercial break.
Find auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable automotive repair from the experts you can trust will exceed your expectations. Auto repair has never been so comfortable with a spacious, clean waiting room with refreshments along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. And ask about their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. For your next auto repair or maintenance, bring your vehicle to Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Hello and welcome back to this battle between De Pere and DC Everest as we get underway here in the bottom of the second with Kelsey Woodley leading it off here for DC Everest. Still pitching is Reese Fallish. Just a reminder, this is brought to you by Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. So here we are with the first pitch. It's in there for a strike. And another strike. So 0-2 now to Woodley. Here's the 0-2. In there for a strike. Strikeout looking on Kelsey Woodley. And Reese Fallish gets her third strikeout of the ball game. And up to bat now is number 8, Taylor Friedel, in the 8th spot. Fallish looks to be settling in there now after giving up 1 run in the first, and that's in there for a strike. So 0-2 now to the senior Taylor Friedel. Here's the 0-2, up and away, 1-2. So the run came from a double by Piper Scholes to bring in Spear, as the count breaks out even, 2-2 now. Here's the 2-2. Low and away. So full count now after starting out 0-2. As Taylor Friedel is going to try and draw a walk here. On deck is number 1, Kelsey Meverden. And then he'll flip back around to Spear. And that will be fouled off. Here's the full count pitch. Swing and a miss. And a great job there from Reese Fallish to get the second out. And now will be Kelsey Meverden. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Up and away for ball number 1. Fouled off and hit the net behind a catcher. So 1-1 now to Meverden, the senior, from Reese Fallish. Here it is. Swing and a miss. So 1-2 now, looking to get the strikeout and the 1-2-3 inning, which would be a way better start to this second inning for Fallish. Here it comes. Fouled off. Still 1-2 now to Meverden. Two outs now. Bottom of the second. Here it is. Swing and a miss. So back-to-back strikeouts from Reese Fallish as she gets out of the inning in the 1-2-3 inning. So 1-0 still DC Everest as we head to the top of the third inning. It's brought to you by Schreier Construction, with an office right here in Wausau. Schreier Construction offers commercial and custom home construction expertise throughout Wisconsin. For your next construction project, look no further than Schreier Construction. Check out their beautiful work at schreierconstruction.com. As Oaks still pitching will be Addison Cluck, who has 4 strikeouts already. As we head to the top of the 3rd inning. And so far, so good here from DC Everest in their first game of the 2025 season. I did mention before that they did lose in the sectionals last year to New Richmond. So hopefully they can get past that point this year, as it will be number 32, Marin Van Remordel, batting now for De Pere. First pitch in for a strike. Here's the second one, just outside to even out the count at 1-1. Swing and a miss. So 1-2 now for the senior. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Addison Cluck. And every strikeout is brought to you by Serve Pro. Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. As the count goes to 1-1 now on Ava Krepline. And another strike. So 1-2 now to Krepline. Here he comes. Up in the air and caught by the 3rd baseman. That's Mara Meverden making the catch. So 2 away now for DC Everest, as we'll see Abby Tassel, I believe, number 12, yes, Abby Tassel coming in to bat, and that's in there for a strike. A lot of heaters here from Addison Cluck. She has already got 5 strikeouts. Up and away now. Make the count even at 1-1. So 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. 1-0 DC Everest. As almost a bunt, so Tassel was looking to get a bunt down, decided to pull it back. Was a ball, so 2-1 now to Abby Tassel. Cluck has not seen a base runner yet. Three and 1 now, and there's the first base runner of the day for De Pere. So Abby Tassel gets on base. Allowing a walk is Cluck. As they'll go to the top of the order for Addison Krutz. The 0-1 now to Krutz. As time is called for De Pere. Just a reminder, this is brought to you by TRW Auto Body in Mosinee, who offer top quality collision repair, full body repair, along with 24-hour towing, courtesy loaner vehicles, and a lifetime warranty on their work. That's TRW Auto Body in Mosinee, your friendly fender blender mender. As the runner steals second right after the time by De Pere. So runner in scoring position now for De Pere on a 1-1 count. As Cluck looks to get out of it here in the top of the third. So 2 away now. Runner on second, swing and a miss. So 1 and 2. As Cluck looks to get her 6th strikeout of the game so far. No hits allowed yet. Swing and a miss. Cluck gets her 6th. Runner left stranded on second. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-0. So we're going to hit another commercial break.
At Abbey Bank, we know everyone has their strengths. Our bankers may excel in numbers, but can they score on the court?
Maybe you guys should stick to what you're good at. Banking.
And that's exactly what we do. At Abbey Bank, we stick to what we do best, making banking about you.
Find an Abbey Bank location near you by visiting abbeybank.com.
Abbey Bank, where we make banking about you.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau is hiring full-time second and third shifts with competitive starting wages and a pay increase every 90 days during your first year. Great Lakes Cheese invests in their employees. Apply today at jobs.greatlakescheese.com.
Hello and welcome back to this matchup between De Pere and DC Everest. DC Everest still holding on to a 1-0 lead going into the bottom of the first inning, as we will flip around the order back to Sydney Spear, who led off the game with a ground rule double and then ended up scoring the lone run. Still Reese Fallish pitching. Here comes the first pitch to Spear. Swing and a drive, and it's going to go ahead foul. 0-1 now. As De Pere had their first chance at trying to score a run. They did have a runner in scoring position, but that was left on base after another strikeout from Addison Cluck. She has 6 strikeouts going into the 4th inning, as that one's going to hit the ground running, as the count will even out at 1-1 apiece. Spear technically is batting 1,000 so far this season, as that will head to the shortstop, and I don't know if that was an announcer's jinx, but there's the 1 out. And 1 away now for De Pere. So Spear grounds out to the shortstop, Abby Tassel, and that will now bring up Lauren Semro, who ended up getting walked in the first inning. So after giving up that 1 run, Fallish has really settled in as pop fly. That will be right to the second baseman, Julianne Bradford. And now 2 out already here in the bottom of the third, as we're going to see Aubrey Klatt now up to bat. Low and away now. 1-0. Here's the 1-0 and fouled away. So count breaks even at 1-1 apiece. 2 gone. Here's the 1-1 now to Klatt. Swing and a miss. So 1 and 2 now from Klatt. Excuse me, from Fallish to Klatt. She looks to get out of this one to get 5 strikeouts. And a very good eye there from Klatt. So that was a very close ball. Is on deck is Brooke Brown, who brought in the run in the first inning. So 2's across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Drive to the shortstop, fumbles it, and that will go outside. That's going to go to the netting, and that will see Aubrey Klatt all the way up to second. It'll be a single and an error. And now a runner in scoring position for Brooke Brown. So back-to-back batting attempts for Brooke Brown with the runners in scoring position and a chance to get even a further lead now for DC Everest, as we're going to see time called by the coach. It looks like he will talk to Reese Fallish. Just a reminder, this is brought to you by Ridge Top Exteriors. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridge Top Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home, roofing, sliding, windows, and doors. Ridge Top Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. So 4 strikeouts and 1 earned run so far for Reese Fallish. Is a little bit in trouble now with a runner on second here in the bottom of the third. There is 2 away though, so you only need 1 out, and it'll go right to the top of the 4th inning, where we will see another dominant pitcher in Addison Cluck, who has 6 strikeouts, and it's only given up 1 walk and no hits. So Aubrey Klatt on second. Brooke Brown already has 1 RBI. Can she get another here in the bottom of the third? As we're going to see Reese Fallish pitch to her. Here it comes. Up and away. So 1-0 now to Brown. Reese Fallish needs to get out of this one. Fouled up in the air. It is caught by the first baseman, but it will not matter because it did go foul. So 1-1 now to Brown. Brown did get the RBI in a full count in her first at-bat. Here it is. Swing and a drive. And it's going to be a tough play, and it will drop. As Brooke Brown, back-to-back batting attempts, gets an RBI single, and DC Everest takes a 2-0 lead as Aubrey Klatt scores with 2 gone here in the bottom of the third. So DC Everest extends their lead, as we will now see Piper Scholes coming up to the plate. Here comes the pitch from Fallish. That's up and away. And we saw it on the first time Brown was at first. She likes to play around with the catcher a little bit. Scholes did get a single, as there's a drive to the shortstop. And it's going to be close play, and she got her just by a couple steps. But DC Everest once again gets on the board. It's 2-0 here as we go to the top of the 4th. So we're going to take another commercial break.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Selling your car to Dahl Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Dahl Auto. Simple.
Hello and welcome back to this matchup between DC Everest and De Pere. DC Everest has a 2-0 lead here in the 4th inning, as they just got another run. Insurance run is squares the bunt is the freshman Jalen Craig, as Addison Cluck is still pitching. She has 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, no hits, and of course no earned runs. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. So 0-2 now to Jalen Craig. Cluck is pitching a gem so far here today. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Just outside on the top left corner. And that's the first ball of the at-bat. Craig now looks to pick up something. Squares the bunt, and that will be an out. So Cluck gets another out here. Moving your strikeout total to 7. As up to bat now. Swing and a miss. That's Julian Bradford, the senior. So 0-1 now to Bradford. Here's the 0-1. And there for a strike. So 0-2 now to Bradford. Cluck's thrown a lot of fastballs, and it's been working so far. Like I've mentioned, only 1 walk allowed. And that will be a ground ball, second base, and out. So back-to-back outs here for Addison Cluck. And a nice play there from Kelsey Woodley, the second baseman, to get the out. So now it'll be Violet Stadler. Swing and a miss. A big swing and a miss there from Stadler. And anything would be great here for De Pere. Only the 1 walk so far. So that one will go outside. So 2 away here in the top of the 4th inning. And that's going to be a chopper to first base. Second baseman covering. She's there. Great play there from Woodley and Friedel to get the 3rd out of the top of the 4th inning, as we're going to go down to the bottom of the 4th. Just a reminder, this is brought to you by Mammoth Mortgage. Mammoth Mortgage is your opportunity for low rates, hassle-free mortgages for buying or refinancing a home throughout Wisconsin. For all your mortgage needs, look to Mammoth Mortgage. So far, Cluck has been pitching great. 7 strikeouts, 1 walked, no hits, no runs. And then on the other side, I mean, besides the 2 earned runs, still 4 strikeouts from Reese Fallish and about 4 base runners. So from both sides, been a very great defensive game for both teams. As DC Everest come back up to the plate, it's going to be the 6th hitter, Mara Meverden, followed by Kelsey Woodley and then Taylor Friedel. We're going to see Fallish still out there for the Redbirds. And this one's also brought to you by Fleet Farm. No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snacks. Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest prices. As it looks like they're ready for the bottom of the 4th inning. Still haven't fixed the outs on the scoreboard. Hey. 2-0 here, DC Everest. It's been all DC Everest so far offensively for either side. So here we go from Reese Fallish to Maverden. That one's in there for a strike. So 1 now to Mara Maverden, the junior. Batting 6th today, and a swing and a drive, and it's going to go foul. Just was a little bit late on that one. A little bit earlier on that swing, and that one would have been definitely a deep drive. Could have possibly been a home run. but does go foul, and it's an 0-2 count now, and that's low and away. So 1-2 now from Reese Fallish. That one's fouled and will be in the netting. So new ball will be needed for Fallish. As it looks like the ump's just gonna, nope, he decides not to take care of it. Feeling a little lazy today. There's a drive, and it'll go foul, just foul. So Maverden has been very close to getting a couple different types of hits. Could have been a drive out to left field, maybe possibly a home run earlier. And that one just snuck outside that left side of the third base line. But here's the 1-2 pitch. And that one will stay fair, going to the third base. And Maverden is finally retired. So one away now for DC Everest, as it will be Kelsey Woolley who made the final out of the inning. That's a drive and caught by the center fielder. So good contact there from Kelsey Woolley, but the center fielder, Addison Krutz, makes the catch. 2 away now for DC Everest, as it will now be Taylor Friedel up to bat now. Here comes the pitch from Fallish. Just misses, ball 1. 2-0 DC Everest, bottom of the 4th inning. It's been all defense for Everest. A little bit of offense. Of course, bringing those 2 runs across as that one gets in there for a strike. But Pere has been very quiet so far on the offensive side. Here's the 1-1. And just misses to go to 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch, and their first strike. So 2-2, 2 outs for the Redbirds, as Fallish looks to get out of the inning. Here comes, up and away. So full count now for Taylor Friedel, as Kelsey Maverden is on deck. And time is called by Taylor Friedel. Want to take some extra time to get prepared for this full count pitch with 2 outs. Here it comes now from Fallish, low and away. So she draws the walk. And another base runner now for DC Everest, as it will be now Kelsey Maverden. DC Everest likes to steal. We'll see if Friedel does that, as that will be in there for a ball. One 0 now to Kelsey Maverden. Here it comes, swing and a miss. Count goes even at 1-1 apiece. So there is 2 gone now. And she did not go, so it'll be 2-1 to the senior Maverden. She does have a sister on the team, Mara Maverden, who is a junior. Here it comes. Low and away. So count is now at 3-1 with the risk of walking back-to-back batters. Falish could be in some trouble here if she doesn't get this out. And time is called, so I wonder if the time's been messing up that third ball pitch from Falish. We'll see it here. It did force a walk to Friedel on the last at-bat. And a drive and caught. And it'll be a line drive catch by Abby Tussle to end the 4th inning. Still 2-0 DC Everest as we head to the top of the 5th. And just a reminder, this is brought to you by Schreil Tire and Auto Service. For all of your tire and auto service needs, look to Schreil Tire and Auto Service. Great deals on tires that fit your needs is a sure thing to get back on the road. That's Schreil Tire and Auto Service. As it will still be Addison Cluck pitching. And Cluck has been pitching amazing so far, 7 strikeouts as we go to the 5th inning. I wouldn't be surprised if she stays out there for the rest of the game with, no hits so far. As we will see now, coming up to the plate is Bella Robinette. Ground ball to the second baseman and out. So Cluck is getting through it right now. A lot of props to her defense so far. As now batting will be Hannah Jacobs. Here it comes, fouled away. Two nothing here, top of the 5th inning. And this game's just breezing right by. Feels like the game just started as that one just misses for a strike. Well, to the left. As now the count is even at 1-1 with 1 away now. Here it comes. Low and away once again. So back-to-back pitches, she just misses. As it is 2-1 now to the senior Hannah Jacobs. Here it comes from Cluck. Fouled off. Second foul of the at-bat from Jacobs. The count goes right back to even at 2-2. Cluck looks to keep her hot streak going as there's a ground ball and it'll go foul past the third baseline. Another close one there for DePere. So 2-2 still to Hannah Jacobs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. So 8 strikeouts now for Addison Cluck. Has 2 away now in the top of the 5th inning. It'll now be Marin Van Remortel up to bat for DePere. And that one's in there for a strike. The ump has been very consistent today for both teams. So he looks to keep that going next few innings. And that one's fouled off. So 0-2 now for Marin Van Remortel, the senior. Here it comes, just outside. Barely missed that one. She was looking for her 9th strikeout of the day. Here comes the pitch. Just outside, so 2-2 was 0-2, but Van Remortel does break it even with 2 gone here in the top of the 5th. Here it comes. That was a great pitch, just misses. Very close there, as it is now a full count to Van Remortel. Here it comes from Cluck. Swing right back to Cluck, and another 1-2-3 inning. Addison Cluck is doing it all today, as we're going to go to another commercial break.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Hello and welcome back to this varsity softball matchup between De Pere and DC Everest. DC Everest has a 2-0 lead going into the bottom of the 5th inning, as it is still Reese Fallish pitching here, as it will be Sydney Spear, the top of the lineup, leadoff hitter, back to bat. Grounded out in her last at-bat, tries to lay down a bunt but couldn't get it to go. It'll be strike number 1. Brought to you by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that one's right up the middle. They're ready for a bunt, but Sydney Spear gets her second hit of the ball game, as that'll be a single right up the middle, and that'll bring up Lauren Semro. So only 2 runs have came across the plate for either team, as on the other side, Addison Cluck has 8 strikeouts. And there's the bunt, a great bunt, and just gets safe. What a beautiful bunt there from Lauren Semro, as that will also advance the leadoff hitter, Sydney Spear, to second base. So 2 on, nobody out. And up to the plate will now come Aubrey Klatt for a chance to break this game open. Runner in scoring position. And Reese Fallish is in a little bit of trouble, as they're going to call time. And they might just be talking it over, or we'll see a pitching change. And it looks like they're just going to stick with Fallish. As just a reminder, this is brought to you by Foundation Finance. Start a job making the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group with full-time benefits that start day 1. Learn more at foundationfinance.com. Fallish talked it over at their team. She's sticking in there, getting the support from her teammates. As 2 are on now, as time is already called by Aubrey Klatt, but Sydney Spear on second. Lauren Semro dropped down that bunt to get to first. Here's a swing. Stealing the base is both of the runners, and now 2 runners in scoring position for DC Everest. And Aubrey Klatt has a great chance of breaking this game open. 0-1 is the count. And time is called once again, and Fallish is getting a little bit frustrated with all the times being called, but is working so far, and here's 0-1, low and away. So 1-1 now, nobody out for third and second. And this is the worst spot of the lineup that you want to have runners on, the 1, 2, and 3. And up and away. So 2-1 now to the senior, or excuse me, the junior Aubrey Klatt with Brooke Brown on deck. And Brooke Brown has already 2 hits, and here's the drop bunt. That's going to go foul. But Brooke Brown has 2 at-bats, 2 hits, and 2 RBIs. So if anything, they're going to try and avoid that when she gets up to the plate. But we're still on Aubrey Klatt. 2-2 count to her. Runners still at second and third. She tried to drop the bunt on the last pitch. Here it comes now. Swing and fouled. So very good at bat here from Aubrey Klatt. It's been a long and lengthy one. Fallish hasn't gotten a strikeout in a while. This one would be very big with 2 runners in scoring position. Here it comes now. Swing and a miss. That was a very great pitch there from Fallish, and she really needed that one. As now we're going to see the dangerous hitter in Brooke Brown, who already has 2 RBIs today, 2 hits. Looking to continue on to that. Up and away. So 1-0. Wouldn't be surprised here if Fallish kind of pitches around and then tries to get the double play if Brown ends up getting on base. Here it comes now. Swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Fallish trying to get out of this one. Here it comes now. Swing and fouled. So Brown now down to 2 strikes. Can Fallish get out of this one? As they had a little trouble finding the ball, but eventually does. It will be 1-2. Count to Brooke Brown, the senior. Here's the pitch now from Reese Fallish. Swing and a drive, and it's going to drop. That's going to bring another run home, and Brooke Brown has 3 RBIs today. And having a great day at the plate so far. That will advance Lauren Semro to third. Runners at the corners now with 1 away. And up to bat now will be Piper Schulz. Wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing Brooke Brown in motion here for a chance to steal second. There she goes, and that's going to be fouled away. So Schulz now, 0-1 in the count, 1 away. Double play chance is in play. With the runner on third, that would probably be the best opportunities. Here comes the bunt to try and avoid the double play. But it will go foul. So 0-2 now to Piper Schulz, the runner in scoring position and a runner on first, as in Brooke Brown, with 1 away. 3-0 here. It's been all DC Everest offensively and defensively. Here's the pitch. Up and away. Brown, pump fake. And we'll go into second standing. And now 2 runners in scoring position for Piper Schulz. As Reese Fallish pitches it, and it will go foul once again. So 1-2 still, 2 Schulz. You have Mara Meverden on deck, and in the hole is Kelsey Woolley. So here comes the 1-2 pitch here from Fallish. And it's outside for a ball. And now its count is even at 2-2 apiece. So a long at bat here from Piper Schulz and Reese Fallish. Here he comes and just misses. As it will be a full count now to Schulz. As there seems to be some confusion between the ump and the third base coach, or the manager, excuse me, of the Redbirds. Wasn't sure if he was happy with the call, but looks like they've gone their separate ways in peace, so we're going to resume with a full count on Piper Schulz. Here comes the full count pitch. Swing and a drive, and that's going to bring 1 run home. Fumbled out in right field, and another run is coming across the plate, and this game has been broken wide open by Piper Schulz. It is 5-0 now on a full count, 2 RBI single from Piper Schulz. 5-0 now in the bottom of the 5th inning. What an at-bat there. As now we're going to see Mara Meverden up to bat, and time has been called, and it looks like we're going to see a pitching change for the De Pere Redbirds. So 5 innings pitched here for Reese Fallish. As it looks like coming into the ball game will be Addison Krutz to pitch. So Fallish's day is done. 5 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 5 earned runs. And it will now be Addison Krutz to pitch, the senior. And she will face Mara Meverden to start with 1 away. This one's brought to you by Newton Electric, from residential to commercial, industrial to agriculture. Newton Electric is Wausau, has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1977. Give them a call or find them online at newtonelectric.com. So the game was originally 3-0, excuse me. Yes, 3-0, no, 2-0 coming in to this 5th inning, but they have scored 3 runs, breaking this game open. And I wouldn't be surprised if they end up keeping Addison Cluck out there to pitch, considering she has not given up 1 hit and only has given up 1 walk. This one's also brought to you by John's Auto Repair. For all your auto repair needs, Mosinee and Rothschild turns to John's Auto Repair, just a business of 51 north of Mosinee. Auto repair you can trust to have it done right and get you on your way. John's Auto Repair. So like I said, the day is done for Reese Fallish. It is now turned to Addison Krutz pitching for the Redbirds, as DC Everest will have Mara Meverden to face her. That one's fouled off. Piper Schulz is also on first base. She picked up that 2 RBI single just a few minutes ago. So 0-1 count now to Mara Meverden. Here it is, low and away. So one's across the board, 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. just outside. 2-1 now to Meverden. Here comes, swing, just outside of the reach of the shortstop, and that will be a single for Mara Meverden. And upcoming to the plate now will be Kelsey Woolley with one runner in scoring position, another one on first base. So Addison Krutz comes into the game and gives up a hit. The runner on second would not be an earned run towards her. It would be towards Reese Fallish. Comes the pitch. That one will get away from her. And now 2 runners in scoring position. And this inning is starting to get ugly here for the De Pere Redbirds. Not the exact game they wanted, coming off a 21-0 win last night. Here is Addison Krutz now with the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a strike on Kelsey Woolley. Here comes the 1-1. 1 away now. And time is called by Woolley. So Mara Meverden on second. Piper Schulz on third. Here's the pitch. Swing, foul. So 1-2. This would be a very beneficial out here for Addison Krutz and the Redbirds. Preferably a strikeout would avoid possible chance at home. And there's the drop third strike. They're going to need the runner at first. Runner at third stays. And it's exactly what they needed to avoid another run. So 2 away now. And it will be Taylor Friedel up to bat as Kelsey Meverden is on deck. Here comes the pitch. Just outside for a ball. So we're here at the Green Heck Turner Family Arena. Very good battle between these two teams, and there's a chopper. They got to get it quickly, and they do. Finally gets that third out to the shortstop, Abby Tassel, and that will be the end of the 5th inning. 5-0, 3 come across for DC Everest on a 2 RBI single from Piper Schulz. This one's brought to you by Bacchus Family Chiropractic in Rothschild. Provides personalized chiropractic care no matter what issue your body is battling. From migraines to anxiety to stress or a wide variety of your youth issues, let Bacchus Family Chiropractic give you back the life you deserve. So as we head to the top of the 6th inning, we are going to see Addison Clark still out there. 8 strikeouts, 1 walk, no earned runs, no hits. She's pitching a gem here so far, as we're going to see number 31, Ava Krepline, come up to bat. Here comes the pitch, and that one just misses for a ball. So 0 away, 1-0 now, as Cluck is 6 outs away. And that one just misses for a ball. So ball number 2. Swing and a miss. So a great rising fastball there from Addison Cluck. Here's the 2-1, and that one is in there for a strike. The ump takes a little bit to call the strike call, but he eventually did. So 2-2 now to Ava Krepline, and that one's a drive, and that one's going to be trouble. Can she get there? And that one's going to drop. And there goes the no-hitter for Addison Cluck. So another second base runner of the day for De Pere. As Ava Krepline gets on base for the Redbirds, it'll now be Abby Tossel, and she went for the bunt, but pulled away, and it'll be ball number 1. So if the Redbirds want to do something, it's got to happen now. You only got 2 innings left, and here comes the bunt. They're going to go to first for the play, get the out. So they get 1 out. The runner advances to second. And for the second time of the whole ball game, there's a runner in scoring position for the Redbirds. Cluck looking to get out of this one. 1 away now. As up to bat now is Addison Krutz, who just came in to pitch for the Redbirds. That one is outside for a ball. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and she's going for a bunt. It's going to be in the air, and almost a collision between the third baseman and the catcher, but it is still caught by the catcher. So 2 away now for the Redbirds. Runners still in scoring position, as it will be the 2-hitter, Jalen Craig, the freshman. Swing and a miss. Fastball there from Addison Cluck. Here comes the 0-1. Bunt again. So they've been trying to bunt a lot, but it has not been working. As DC Everest gets out of it, still 5-0 as we head to the top of the 7th. Here at the Green Heck Turner Family Arena. This one is brought to you by Merle Steel. Merle Steel is your partner for structural steel fabrication. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest and apply at merlesteel.com. So it looks like it'll still be Addison Krutz pitching for the Redbirds as we enter the final inning of the ball game. It's been all DC Everest, 5-0. Most recently scoring 3 in the 6th. It is the bottom of the 6th, correct. So they haven't changed it yet, but now they have finally changed it. So it is the bottom of the 6th. Sorry for the confusion there, but bottom of the 6th inning for DC Everest. After this, we will be entering the 7th. So we'll see if they can get some more runs across, and then the Redbirds got to step up to the plate and get some runs across as well. So they are down 5-0. This one is also brought to you by Nicolay Bank. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merle. Or learn more at nicolaybank.com. Here comes the pitch, low and away. So it's Kelsey Meverden now for DC Everest. Bottom of the order. Sydney Spear, who had a double in the first inning, leadoff double. So that one gets in there for a strike. 1-1 now to Meverden. Crutzon's coming in. He's pitched very well so far. Here comes the 1-1. Fouled off and away. And that one looks like it got the catcher. And time has been called for the Redbirds. So an injury timeout here for De Pere. This one is brought to you by Great Lakes Cheese. Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau offers a state-of-the-art facility with excellent benefits, pay, culture, and so much more. Join a growing company and get your career on the right path. Learn more and apply at greatlakescheese.com. Looks like the catcher for De Pere is all right, as it will still be Kelsey Meverden up to bat with a 1-2 count. Bottom of the 6th, no outs, 5-0 Everest. Here comes now from Krutz. As there seems to be some confusion between the signs between the pitcher and catcher, which results in a time called by Meverden. So here will come the pitch now. Swing and a foul. So 1-2 count now to the leadoff hitter this inning, Kelsey Meverden. That one just outside. Breaks the count even at 2 apiece. And that one just misses, as that will now go to a full count. Meverden's worked it all the way back down 0-2 to 3-2 now from Krutz. Here comes the pitch. Swing, chopper. That's going to go to the shortstop. It's going to be a quick play, and just got her for about one step, as that's going to flip the order around back up to the leadoff hitter, Sidney Spear, the senior. This one's brought to you by France Propane. France Propane is your locally owned complete service propane company. They've served all of central Wisconsin for over 2 generations. Learn more at francepropane.com. France Propane, local quality family. One away now. Swing right to the third baseman, and that one is a quick out, number 2. So 2 away now in the bottom of the 6th inning. And up to the plate will come Lauren Semro. Lauren Semro started that 5th inning with a lot of hits. Last 2 hits, she has 2 today. As that one will get in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Swing, chopper to the shortstop. Another quick play, and that one gets home. So 1-2-3 inning for the Redbirds. DC Everest looking to do the same, as it's 5-0 as we go to the top of the 7th, as we're going to take another commercial break here on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Hello and welcome back to this matchup between DC Everest and De Pere. DC Everest has a 5-0 lead as we head into the final inning, the 7th inning. Addison Cluck pitched all 6 innings until this point, as we now have a new pitcher, Kelsey Meverden, as this is their first appearance of the season, considering this is their first game. Just a reminder, this one is brought to you by Culligan Water. Culligan Water specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure, healthy, with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. So, not sure what the confusion is. Oh, there is, looks like the home plate umpire is talking it over with possibly a lineup change with Pere. As he is now asking for one of the coaches on DC Everest's side. So it looks like it will be a lineup change. Not sure who is coming in, as it will be Julianne Bradford to lead it off for the Redbirds. And then right after that will be Violet Stadler. But yes, Kelsey Meverton will come in and pitch for DC Everest to close it out. Addison Cluck, 8 strikeouts, 1 hit, 1 walk, 0 earned runs. So great job here today from her. As this one is also brought to you by Express Employment. Get help finding your next career at Express Employment Professionals with locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. Learn more at expresspros.com. That's expresspros.com. As the ump is still talking it over with the coach, and finally he will walk back to batter's box, and actually we'll walk through the batter's box to Pere's coach. So a long break here, and it looks like it's just a lot of lineup changes for Pere and DC Everest. As in right field now, Piper Scholes looks like. But a lot of changes here that results in a lot of things that need to be talked over between the two squads in the final inning. But looking ahead at the schedule, DC Everest will face Cedarburg tomorrow, and Pere will face Eau Claire North tomorrow. And we are ready to go here in the top of the 7th. And the umpire was not ready, so we're going to start that one over. We are ready here in the top of the 7th inning. And that one's going to go up, and they're going to call that one a foul. Ooh, we got an out by the ump, and the first base coach has called foul. So the first base umpire has called foul. So now we got more confusion between the umps and the coaches. And that bar that was right over it is an out. So an out there for Pere. Obviously, being in an indoor facility, you're going to have outs like that. Just happens to come in the final inning. So, one away now for Pere. Here's the pitch, just outside for Kelsey Meverton. As it's Ava Krepline. That one is outside. So 2-0 now to Krepline. One away now. Top of the 7th. DC Everest looking to close it out, and there's a strike. Finally gets in the strike zone. Here it comes, outside, 3-1. Here comes the 3-1 pitch, and that one will be outside. So ball 4 third base runner of the day for the Redbirds, as it looks like we're going to see another lineup change for De Pere, and it looks to be a pinch runner. So, Violet Stradler, day is done, and incoming to the game will be number 3, Kate Van Rens, the senior. She will become the pinch runner for De Pere on first. But batting is now number 10, Bella Robinette, as that one's in there for a strike. So 1 away now. 0-1 is the pitch. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Van Rens end up going. And there's another strike, a swing and a miss on Robinette from Meverden. Meverden looks to get her first strikeout of the year. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing, no, did not go. Very close there on the pitch and the swing, but it will result in a ball. So 1-2 now with 1 away, 1 on first, 5-0 here in the top of the 7th inning. Low and away once again, so count will break even. And these are the at-bats you definitely want, especially in the final inning when you're trying to get as many runs as you can. Here it comes now. Swing and a drive. That one's got a great drive, but caught by the center fielder. And 2 away now for DC Everest. And what could be the final out for the Redbirds. And it looks like it is number 7, Hannah Jacobs. So that one goes outside for a ball. So Kate Van Rens comes in to, as they try to pick her off at first after the pitch, she slides right back in there. But like what I was saying was Kate Van Rens comes in to pinch run for Stadler. And there's a drive. Just misses the shortstop and the third baseman. As there's the second hit of the day for the Redbirds, as they now got 2 on in the top of the 7th with 2 away. So a runner in scoring position here for De Pere, as we're going to see Marin Van Remortel come up to bat. Kelsey Meverden looking to close the door. There's a drive. Shortstop over to first. That's the ball game. DC Everest wins it 5-0. And what was all DC Everest pitching and hitting. As a great day from Addison Cluck, 8 strikeouts, 1 hit, 1 walk, 0 earned runs. And then Kelsey Meverden closes the door. I'm Brett McNamara. This is Zaleski Sports. And stay tuned for our Merle Steel post-game show. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest and apply at merlesteel.com.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.